We're doing a massive amount for the environment. Over winter we plant cover crops. Now this year we had Natural England. They came and had a visit to our farm. Now in that field they saw 5 red list species of birds. So that means they're endangered, they're target species, and just by planting a cover crop over winter, we provided a habitat for those birds. We plant areas of the field specifically, so we're about to plant a birds and bees mixture. All of our watercourses are buffered by grass margins so that we're trying to reduce the amount of soil which gets into our ditches. But I don't feel that anything that we're doing in the field compromises that environment. I'm not scared to say that we're using pesticides because I know that we use them as little as we can, but that we need to use them to maximise that production. To get products registered now is very challenging, and one of the first things they look at is potential impact on other species, so that'd be arthropods or birds or soil life, and the likelihood of it making its way to a watercourse. So once a product has been registered, it is inherently pretty safe. The amount of active ingredient that we're using per hectare or per football pitch is also, it's tiny. And so at the moment we've been using a grassweed herbicide. We're putting 265 grams on per football pitch. It's a very, very small amount of active ingredient. But I think people think they see the spray coming out of the tank and they don't realise it's mixed with water. So we might be using 150 litres a hectare, but the active ingredient is only 265 grams. Specific issue that I'm really concerned about at the moment is the re-registration of glyphosate. Now, this is one of those products that I think has really got tied up in the biotech GM debate rather than is the product safe. And it is absolutely paramount to my business that I have access to glyphosate. Whether we would have a viable business if that product was not re-registered, it certainly we would have to adapt massively. We would definitely have to resort to ploughing, which would then create a lot more CO2 emissions and potential soil erosion. In itself, glyphosate is an inherently safe molecule. It has not been proven to be any problems with glyphosate. Tied up in this is some of the surfactants and things like that that are mixed with glyphosate. Now that should not cloud the issue that glyphosate is an incredibly important herbicide. It's very, very safe and it's got a very good environmental profile, and the impact on my business without that would just be massive.